Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to Story-Based English. Sometimes the biggest transformations in our lives happen on the most ordinary days. Today, I want to tell you about Sarah, a 32-year-old accountant from Brazil who had been learning English for over 7 years. 7 years! And yet, she couldn't hold a basic conversation. But everything changed on one completely normal Tuesday morning. What happened that day? Well, I'm about to tell you. But here's the thing. The lesson she learned applies to every single one of you watching right now. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll reveal the exact moment when Sarah's breakthrough happened, because it wasn't what you'd expect. In fact, it had nothing to do with grammar books or expensive courses. So let's rewind to that Tuesday morning 6 months ago when Sarah woke up feeling frustrated and defeated, not knowing that her entire life was about to shift. Sarah's alarm went off at 7 a.m. just like every other day. She hit snooze twice, dragged herself out of bed, and made her usual cup of coffee. As she scrolled through Instagram, she saw post after post of people traveling, working abroad, living these incredible international lives. And there it was again, that familiar sting of frustration. "Why can't I speak English?" she whispered to herself. She had studied grammar rules, downloaded apps, even paid for 3 different online courses that she never finished. Nothing worked. But that morning, something was different. As she stared at her reflection in the bathroom mirror, she made a decision. Not a big, dramatic decision, just a small one. She decided to stop learning English and start using it instead. What does that even mean, you might be asking? Well, that's where things get interesting, because what Sarah did next was so simple, yet so powerful, that it completely changed her relationship with the language. Sarah grabbed her phone and did something she'd never done before. She switched her entire phone to English. Settings, apps, notifications, everything. Then she opened YouTube, but instead of searching in Portuguese, she typed in English, "How to make scrambled eggs." Why? Because she was about to make breakfast, and she thought, if I'm going to watch a video anyway, why not in English? As she cracked the eggs and listened to a chef from New York explain the process, something magical happened. She understood. Not every single word, but enough. She felt the context, the rhythm, the naturalness of the language. For the first time in 7 years, English didn't feel like a subject to study. It felt like a tool to use. And that shift, that tiny mental shift, opened a door she didn't know existed. But here's what you need to understand. This was just the beginning, because what Sarah did over the next 30 days is what I call the immersion snowball effect, and it's about to blow your mind. Over the next month, Sarah didn't enroll in another course. She didn't buy another textbook. Instead, she did something radical. She redesigned her entire day around English. She started listening to English podcasts during her commute. She joined an online community where people discussed her favorite hobby, gardening. She even began narrating her daily activities out loud in English while cooking, cleaning, or getting ready for work. "I'm chopping onions. The onions are making me cry. I need to wash my hands." It felt silly at first, like she was talking to an invisible friend, but it worked. Her brain started thinking in English automatically. By week 3, she had her first real conversation with someone from Canada on a language exchange app. She made mistakes, lots of them, but she laughed, corrected herself, and kept going. And then, something incredible happened on day 28, something that proved she'd had truly transformed. But before I tell you what it was, you need to understand why it mattered so much. On day 28, Sarah's company had an unexpected video call with a potential client from the United States. Her boss panicked because nobody in the office spoke English well enough to handle it. But then Sarah, quiet, I can't speak English Sarah, raised her hand and said, "I can do it." Her heart was pounding, her hands were shaking, but when that call started, she spoke. She introduced the company, answered questions, even made a joke that made the client laugh.
It wasn't perfect English. She stumbled over a few words, paused to think, but she communicated clearly and confidently. When the call ended, her boss stared at her in shock and asked, "When did you learn to speak English?" Sarah smiled and said, "I didn't learn it. I just started living it." That normal Tuesday, when she decided to stop treating English as a destination and start treating it as a journey, changed everything. And here's the beautiful truth. You can do exactly what Sarah did, starting today, right now, with the device you're holding in your hand.
Your transformation doesn't require a miracle. It just requires a decision. One normal day, one small change, one brave step forward. That's all it takes to change everything. So what will you choose today?
If Sarah's story inspired you, smash that like button and subscribe to Story-Based English. Tell me in the comments, what's one small change you'll make today to start living in English? I'll see you in the next video. Keep going. You're closer than you think.